YouTube. Good morning. It is, oh, y'all can barely see that, but 5:07. Been up, obviously, since 4:45. 3 slots down my checklist. Made the bed, 32 ounce of water. Wrote my journal for the morning time. Next, I go outside and I do my little push-ups video for Instagram. Then I take a cold shower, and then boom, I instantly get started on my checklist. Today's my active recovery day, so sadly I'm not training, but I thought today would be a perfect day to vlog like my morning routine all the way through, me working during the day. There was something in there of me going to do cardio. But I just wanted to take you guys with me along on my morning routine and just talk about really like what I go through and what I feel on a daily basis. So I just woke up feeling like shit, to be honest. Sometimes if I don't get to bed at a decent hour, the morning wake-ups start to take a little toll on me. Like, not overly mentally anymore. Like it's still hard sometimes, but I just get out of bed because this is like the fattest hack you could ever use. Instead of just sleeping with your alarm like within arm's reach, put your alarm or put your phone across the room, because number one, you don't need to be sleeping with your phone beside you fucking anyways, because it's awful for you. And number two, then when your alarm goes off, you physically have to get out of bed and walk across the room to turn it off. So that's what I've been doing for like over a year, and that's been like the biggest help. God, I'm looking like the little rascal, bro. So yeah, as soon as I wake up, I walk across the room, my alarm goes off and I'm fine. But I felt like I'm so congested and my throat feels a little sore this morning, and I take a good amount of supplements, so I don't usually feel bad at all. So it's probably, just something that's passive, because it is getting super cold outside. It's like, I'm in Georgia and it's like low 30s, like, so that sucks. It's pretty crazy, but it just makes it harder, and I like that, because the more struggle that I go through, the greater it will make my story. So that's my mindset. But yeah, let's jump outside and do the push-ups, and then come back in here, and I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit about taking imperfect action when you're getting started. And I'm gonna show you actually what it takes. I've got some proof. When you look out the window and you can just tell that it's cold outside. That's how it is right now. But this is the spot where I do my push-ups every single morning, literally right here. If y'all want to know something hilarious, humans are creatures of habit. So my sister leaves a bunch of stuff right there. Not the golf clubs, obviously, but just leaves a bunch of stuff right there. And I can always count on this one water bottle just sitting right here. So every morning I come out here, I stick the water bottle right there, I prop my phone up on it, and then I do my push-ups. So I'm about to do the same thing that I've done for the past few months, and post a video on my Instagram. But I cannot wait till January 1st when I'm in my apartment. And I love my family, but man, I can't wait to get out on my own and like have my own energy and not be distracted by the negative mindset that circulates in this place. Okay. That's good, that's good. Oh. 50 push-ups done like every morning. I'm feeling like pretty soon I'm gonna have to maybe up it to 75 because the 50's getting a little easy because I've done it for so long. But yeah, I just try to hold like a nice squeeze as much as possible. Before any of you guys, you know, comment about whatever, anything for hypertrophy from push-ups, it is completely for my mindset. That is it. Like I'm not doing it for any type of muscle building gain, anything like that. It is just the more things that I do that I don't want to do in the morning, and the more that I stick to my systems and my habits that bring my mindset back to positive, because I wake up so negative, man. Like, I just wake up having the worst thoughts, the most negative thoughts. But every single time without fail, I get that wake up, that's one win under my belt, knock off my morning routine. By the time I'm done, I feel I'm right back on that positive vibration, that positive frequency again, without fail. So that's my system that I always revert back to. And by the time I'm starting on, you know, my get shit done list, starting on my task list for the day, I'm just buzzing. I'm right back to that high frequency state. So head back into the room and jump into the cold shower. So, some of you guys know I've been bodybuilding for like half a decade, almost over 5 years, and I've been doing I've always worked on myself, but you know, I had a pretty dark past and went through some really bad stages with the life-threatening injury that I had, and if you don't know about that, I'll have a video coming up very soon where I'll go super into detail on everything that happened. But you know, just the depth of your struggle determines the height of your success. And you know, I wouldn't have it any other way about some of the things I've been through, but I would say I've been on true, consistent, and disciplined personal development for maybe coming up on over 1.5 years. But when I started this journey and I set a goal with entrepreneurship, when I decided I was going to truly take my physique to the next level, and when I decided I wanted to get to the point mentally where I could inspire and serve others, I didn't know what the path was going to look like. I didn't fully grasp the things that I would have to go through. But what I'm so thankful that I did understand is that you have to just start. A lot of people get caught up in analysis paralysis because they don't understand that you have to take imperfect action to get where you're going. I want to show you guys something as an example. So I've got there's like 3 journals right here. I've got another one right here. When I first started, Let me find the journal from where I first started. I had no idea what I was doing. This is the very first page I ever wrote, right here. And I was sick. I was sick and tired of not living up to my fullest potential. But looking back, God, was I stupid. How much I've learned since I started this journey has been astronomical. But if I would have sat there and been like, I don't know exactly what to do, I don't know exactly where to start, I never would have started. I just started, and I improved, and I made tweaks along the way. This journal is absolutely full. Look at this. It is absolutely full. All the way. Boom. Boom. Every single solitary day. This was my first journal. I did not miss. I did not miss. This journal is completely full. And then, like, this is, decently thick. And then you have this journal. And this is ideas, morning routines, things I'm learning, things I'm writing down. This journal, oh, that was a blank page, but completely full. Completely full. Like, all the way. You can see. Never miss, never miss. And I go back and I can read, my first business that I was starting, talking about different things that I would do with it, and writing down ideas, just about money, about mentality, anything, like learning the language of money because it's a financial language, talking about sex transmutation. And I was a lot younger. Like, these are things that most kids my age were not thinking about. And I had no idea what I was doing. I was writing down goals for myself, but like I said, this kept going on right here. This is full of habits, or this is full of morning routines and habits, and this is one that I used. This was back in February, but this one is all the way full. Every single solitary day, all the way full. I'm making adjustments. I'm improving. This one right here. And these are just the ones that I have out. I've got so much more journals than this. But these are sketches. This is one of the companies that I was trying to work on that also failed about making, business planners and daily planners. Like, you can see these. You can see the effort. You can see the change. But to be honest, dude, like, I'm drawing out whole entire calendars. Like, this is drawn with pencil. Thomas Edison quote, I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways to not do something. I was learning. I was giving the most effort that I could do. And this, I was still in high school. And this is my current journal. We've got today and all the days prior to today. This is just absolutely so deep and so full. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is, in a year, I'm going to look back on my journal now and be like, I didn't know shit, but I did it anyways. And I learned, and I gave my 100% best effort. You can't get better not giving effort. You have to give all the effort into something, even if you have no idea. The magic that comes, and I'm trying to whisper so I can be respectful of my family. When I get in my apartment, I'm gonna be yelling. I'm gonna be yelling. But you cannot. The magic that comes from knowing that you are so naive in a subject, but putting your all into learning about it every day anyways, is wild. You will boost your self-confidence. You will boost the belief that you have in yourself, that you can do anything. The more harder of battles that you the more hard battles that you conquer, the more steep hills that you climb, the more you work that muscle of, I can do this, I'm gonna figure it out, the better you will get, the more ambition you will get, the more you will add to that fat stack of wins that you were building, and eventually you will gain so much momentum that you will feel unstoppable. When you have momentum, do not take it for granted. Do not let up. When shit gets easy, that's when you need to go hard. When shit gets easy, that's when you need to go hard. Because if you take the momentum for granted, the pendulum swings. When you're in a season of life where you're going up, like everything's working for you, you're making progress, the pendulum will continue to swing until it gets to a peak. And then it'll go back the other direction, as high, if not higher, than the peak of the good. You will go through a peak of low. But you have to understand that also means the pendulum's going to swing back and go through another peak that's even higher than that low. Life is cyclical. The market is cyclical. Your happiness, not happiness, your joy. I measure joy, not happiness. Happiness is fake. How much joy do I feel in this moment? How much fulfillment do I feel in this moment? That's what you need to start measuring, because as a man, your emotions don't matter. All that matters is what you are going to accomplish, what you have accomplished, and the vision that you have, the goal that you have towards molding and crafting the highest version of man that you can be and gifting that man to the world, serving as many people as you can. So when you truly decide that you are ready and you're going to start this journey and nothing is going to hold you back, and you are ready to become the highest version of yourself, take shots in the dark. Just take, even if you think you're not going to hit anywhere near the bullseye, take a shot, because the only way you can adjust to where you can get on point with the target is by taking the first shot. You have to take the first shot. You have to. Minute and a half, 2 minutes. That's all you really need. Just the dopamine spike over baseline. It's amazing. And it still sucks. I've been doing this for 2 years, have not missed, and it literally, sometimes I still sit there and I just stare at the water and I know it's cold and I'm like, fuck. But it's worth it every single time. And just working that muscle of something that you so badly don't want to do, just because it takes that like 30 seconds of discomfort, because it's not that bad after you get in it. You feel so good after. It just trains your mind that discomfort, doing things you don't want to do, leads to positive outcome, high frequency, high vibration, and it just completely changes that mindset. This morning, I woke up negative. Man, my girlfriend is pissing me off. Like, there's things today that I don't want to do. I woke up to some texts, like, within my business, just things that I don't want to deal with. And I'm like, man, I feel like shit. It's cold outside. And then I'm like, I gotta take a cold shower, I gotta go do push-ups, I gotta start this vlog. I literally thought in my head, nah, I'll just, like, well, no one even wants to watch my morning routine. I thought that. Not even 30 minutes ago, I was like, I'll just vlog tomorrow. And I said no, because I've built those habits. I've built those systems in my head that know when I try to make excuses and push off to the next day, it's like a flashing red light. Red alert. No. Film. Right now. I didn't even know what I was going to talk about, but I got out the camera and I started talking. And it's like, you guys give me a feeling of like, I'm not doing this shit alone, because I did this for a year and a half, 2 years alone. Like, even when I wasn't consistent and I would get like, it was me by myself. And, now that I can inspire others, even if I inspire one person, man, it makes it all worth it. It makes my struggle worth it. Morning routine completely finished. That means, boom. Today's the 29th. Started my vlog. Cardio and abs, baby. Man, it's chilly. Oh. Let's see. Oh, wonderful podcast, by the way. Jordan Peterson with Chris Williams. Usually I only listen to like the business podcasts, but you know, I love philosophy and you know, anything that has to do with bettering your mind as well. So sometimes I'll listen, like if it's Jordan Peterson, Andrew Huberman, and those are just like some basic names, but you know, I'll usually listen to those no matter how long they are. Just close the garage and then this is the most beautiful time of the day. I wish you guys could see when I get a better camera. This is gonna look way cooler, but the stars, you can kind of see them. They're kind of out a little bit. It's freezing cold, but it's silent out here. Man, these are the magic hours, I'm telling you. The magic hours. Whew. So, headed to the gym. Damn, it's cold. And I'm gonna do some cardio. I'm not
for Perry. Pear.
Yes, Carl, talk to you, because mine does. I'm not gonna film like my whole entire cardio, but you know, I'm thinking about doing the seated bike. Damn, all my tires need air. See, it's always something. It's always something. If you don't have your vibration in check, and then you're taking all these problems as they're taken away from you instead of they're building you up, you're always everything's gonna affect you. All the little things are gonna drag you down. But when you start thinking about all the hurdles that come at you and all the little problems as you know, that's just something that's just gonna make it harder for me, which is gonna make me better. Damn, you can see my and obviously my tire pressure being low is not something that is like, oh gosh, that sucks. But there's things that happen all day long where I'm like, fuck, I don't want to deal with this right now. This sucks. But you just keep that mindset. I'm telling you, it becomes magical. I'll see you guys at the gym. Just finished up 20 minutes. Finished my cardio and my abs. So now it's time to get to work. Ooh. So cardio and abs are finished completely. Wow, that's a lot of air right there. So I do a thing called, like, I call it earn your breakfast, or like earn your meal, where my whole entire morning I'm fasting. Few reasons for that. One is because I get work done, like mental work, like when I'm working on my computer, working on the business, anything like that, so much better when I don't have food in me. It's just, you know, that spike in dopamine and that satisfaction that you get from eating. Obviously, I'm really hungry, and I'm not saying that every single time you eat, it just makes you lazy. That's not true, but just waking up and eating that meal, a big, like, nice meal, I find that it makes me complacent if I just, as soon as I wake up, do it. So usually I'll eat, even though I wake up at 4:45, I'll usually eat around, you know, 9 to 10 o'clock. And on my active recovery days like today, I'll go do cardio and abs, and I'm completely fasted. All I have is coffee, and then this is just like water with some lemon in it. And then on the days where I'm training later in the day, I'll have to get done like my first big project or my first big task on my checklist, which is usually like I'll knock out a big section of the Discord in the season that I'm in right now. Obviously, it's always changing as new things, as new projects I'm working on come. But right now, my main focus is getting the Discord and the app out to you guys. And so I'll work on like a big section of the Discord, and that'll take me like a few hours, because I work on it for at least 4 to 6 hours every single day, and it still won't be done until, early 2024. There's just the amount of work that I'm putting into it is just gonna be absurd. Losers put in the amount of work that they think is required for them to reach their goals. Winners put in the amount of work that makes failure impossible. And that's the approach that I'm, trying to take towards every single thing that I do right now, especially this course. But yeah, that's coming up next. I'm going to show you guys like a brief little rundown of what I'm working on and what's coming, kind of like a sneak peek. So my 240 followers that follow me right now, y'all are getting some insight, and like y'all are going to be the first ones that get to see something that's going to be really, really big in the future. So any of y'all watching this in the future, when Aggression Fitness is a huge program, this was the OG days. So yeah, and I was thinking about this while I was in the cardio. It's just, if you're not growing, you're dying. That's what I'm doing the aggression talk on. If you're not growing, you're dying, because we live in a hyper competitive world, especially for men. Like everything, life, the market, like the marketplace grows at 9% every single year. So maintenance is not a real concept. Maintenance would be growing at the rate that, the baseline grows every single year. So if you're just staying the exact same as you were last year in business and your mindset and your physique, you're not getting any fucking better. You have to at least be growing at the rate that, the baseline successful people are growing, or you are going backwards. You are dying. And growth is painful. But sometimes you have to, not even sometimes, always. You almost always have to sacrifice for the growth that you want. You always have to sacrifice for the growth that you want. And it's painful in the moment. But like I always say, act now for yourself in the future, which would be going through the present discomfort or the present sacrifice, so that you benefit and you reap the benefit and you reap the positivity in the future. You reap that good outcome. Or you can act now for yourself in the present. You can give in to the instant gratification. You can give into that little dopamine hit of, not waking up, and you can give into the dopamine hit of snoozing your alarm. You can give into the dopamine hit of eating that fucking donut, or drinking the Coke that has high fructose corn syrup in it, because it feels good in the moment, but the rest of the day you're gonna feel guilty about it. And later on in life, you stack up a bunch of those little losses, and you stack up enough of those instant gratification hits, and before long, you're broke, depressed, fat, lazy piece of shit. You're just a piece of shit. But if you stack constant wins, if you're constantly sacrificing in the present for yourself in the future, you will have so many wins that it is impossible for you to go backwards. So if you are not growing, you're dying. You need to take that mentality with you everywhere you go and always apply it. Always putting yourself through temporary discomfort for a long-term fulfillment and long-term gain. Always. I'll see you guys at the house. Made it back to the house, and I'm about to cook breakfast. I just took a little shower. I filmed that Aggression Talk podcast right after I turned the camera off. I just filmed it on my phone. It's just easier for me to upload to YouTube that way. But what I want to talk about now, first, let me tell y'all, so this is how the rest of this vlog is going to go. I'm going to talk about what I'm doing, the little secret systems that I'm putting together right now, and like I said earlier, my 241 actually, because I just got 1 subscriber while I was driving here. Let's go. And yeah, y'all are gonna see something like very, very special, and I'm just gonna walk y'all through the process of me building this, and just mark my words, this is going to be something that's very huge. But I'm gonna walk y'all through what I'm doing with Aggression Fitness, and how I'm going to create a community that will impact people for years and years to come. This is where the magic happens. Only for the next month, because January 1st I will be in my new apartment. So if you can focus on this, Aggression Fitness. I'm about to run you through what I'm doing with this training business, and just like a brief overview. I do online coaching. I help young men, old men, any age men become the highest version of themselves by implementing habits that stick with them, and dropping their vices, dropping their destructive habits, and by locking in their macros and their mindset, developing a Greek god physique, bulletproofing their mindset, and like I said, dropping destructive habits, because that is how you become in full pursuit of your mission, your purpose, and long-term fulfillment in this life. But I understand that not everyone can justify spending $1,000, a few $1,000s on online coaching. And I know a lot of online coaches, and I've seen the flaws. I've had online coaches as I've come up in this, because as much as us men, like, we want to act like we can do this all on our own, it takes everyone. Like, the wisdom is passed down. People have mentors. You have people you look up to, and I just understand the benefit and how amazing it is to have someone give you the blueprint to success. And that doesn't mean that they're doing the work for you. I can't do the actions for you, but I can show you the pathway. And once you complete those actions and follow the blueprint, you can become the highest version of yourself. So my whole goal is to make programs that are actually scalable, so that they can be in like a monthly fee, So I'm putting over half a decade of training experience, dieting experience, and I'm putting mindset, I'm putting biohacking, everything that you need, and even things that you don't actually need, just things to add value into this program. There's going to be hundreds of meals with recipes templatized on, whether it's for cutting, maintaining, or bulking, and they're going to be able to be, there's going to be a formula so that you can customize them for your personal macros, for what you desire. There's going to be fast food cheat sheets, restaurant cheat sheets, so that you can go to Wendy's, McDonald's, Arby's, any of your favorite restaurants and still stay on your macros. Even though I don't recommend eating fast food, I know that I would rather give you guys macro cheat sheets and give you guys the tools to stay on your diet or continue tracking your food, rather than you just eating shit food and reverting back to not tracking at all. So there's going to be systems in place. There's going to be a exact timeline from the time that you join the program to the time that you finish, step by step, exactly what you're going to do and how long it's going to take to build that Greek god physique, bulletproof your mindset, and drop your destructive habits. So what it's going to be is a Discord, and then I am having my own fitness app built that's going to be in the App Store. And based on the program that you join, the Discord will start, and there's a bunch of different channels that you can work through. There's training videos of me training, voiceovered exactly how to perform the rep, exactly how to perform the exercise, and there's more than 25 different splits and programs in this that anyone can use. So whether you're training for strength, aesthetics, whether you're training to look like Mike O'Hearn or you're training to look like fucking Eddie Hall, all of it will be in here. There's principles from Mike Mincer, principles from Ray Lewis, from Flex Wheeler, from Flex Lewis. Any bodybuilder that has had impact on the sport, nutritionist, there's principles I've taken from Andrew Huberman, mindset from David Goggins. And this is not just you know, rambling. There is hundreds of hours of work already put into this, and that will be put into this by the time it is launching, and it's scheduled to launch early 2024. But I want to give you guys a little overview of kind of what it's going to look like, and obviously things will be changed by the time it launches. But you know, y'all are getting the OG look and the sneak peek. So I can't show you too much yet, but this is the mindset channel. You know, these are just a few things that it'll be. You've got a start here channel, and it talks, you know, a little brief overview of who I am and how I went from this little skinny, depressed, broken, lost kid with a hole in his stomach to this, you know, this handsome guy right here. And there's going to be videos in every single solitary channel. So if you learned visually, or if you learn by reading better, every single thing is going to be optimized. You can watch the video and read. It's just, there's going to be so much value in this that it will guarantee that you get the results that you're looking for in about 180 days, because that's really the most realistic. If you want anything in quicker than 6 months, it's not really going to be sustainable. But my goal with this is to change as many lives as possible and create a community. And I'll be in the Discord. There's going to be, you know, a chat. Oh, I didn't even show you guys. So if you see, you can see some of the channels. You know, we've got the timeline that's going to take you exactly through how and when you're going to accomplish things. Habit systems, nutrition, meals, training, recovery, biohacking, supplements, injury prevention. Every single thing that you could possibly want. This is the timeline right here. This is kind of an overview, and obviously this is still being edited. All the videos are sitting in my files, but like, you come in and the very first thing I have is to set up the app, download the app from the App Store, and I want you to complete that within 24 hours. And this is just a little brief overview, but then the timeline will just go, and it'll have exact time slots, and it'll have place for you to check off the box of when you've completed it, so that there's no guessing. There's no thinking, am I making progress? Am I getting better? Am I actually, you'll be able to see results every single day in your mindset, and you'll be able to wake up with that purpose of, I get to check another thing off. I get to check another thing off. And this is not like some school shit, like you have homework. This is genuinely, you are learning and you are becoming better. And, you know, if you want to just be an average guy, this program is not for you at all. So don't even think that. If you want the work done for you, this program is not for you at all. But if you truly want to get better and you are hell bent on becoming the highest version of yourself, and you want the best system to get there, and you want to have all of the I won't even call them cheat codes, but all the resources, just the little nuggets of wisdom and the little life hacks that there are that make your journey to success that much easier and help you find fulfillment through the process, it's all going to be there, and it is guaranteed to give you a crazy physique. You're going to be able to pick up years of knowledge in the gym in just about 6 months if you follow this program properly. So I'm so excited to get you guys on this and be able to get this out there into the world and start telling other people about it, because I can't wait to see how many lives this is going to change, and I can't wait to be interacting with all you guys in the chat. But for now, you know, I only have 240 subscribers on YouTube, and I've got like 2,000 followers on Instagram, which is nothing. So, as I always say, DM me. I'm gonna answer you. I answer every single DM that I get in my requests, and you know, if you don't want to wait for the program to drop and you want to get ripped now, you can still apply for my online coaching. You can just DM me, or you can email the email that's in the description, and you know, we can jump on a call and see if you're right for the program, because I only take on a few people just because I want it to stay intimate and I actually want them to reach their goals. But regardless, I'm gonna be making these videos, getting them out for you guys every single week, no matter what, because my mission is to provide as much value to as many men while serving as many, I shouldn't even say that, just as many people. My mission is to serve as many people as I can, and help them make less mistakes than I made. And if I inspire anyone to get off their ass and start becoming the highest version of themselves, I'll feel like a success in my eyes. So that's what I'm working on, and I'm going to be keeping you guys updated as I add new things, as I get new ideas, and as this business comes along. And I'm also going to talk to you about some failed businesses that I've had, and in between all of those things, I'll be training, I'll be growing. We're about to start the cut, and it's going to be so sick. So